what a game. My heart is just finding a steady beat. By the time the final siren went, it was 3 AM, I was in a hotel in Minnesota, and I'm pretty sure I woke up the entire floor. Anyway, let's play the intro. A big start from the Maggies saw us with a 33-point lead throughout the second quarter, which was a game-high lead. Before succumbing to the Essendon's game plan, we didn't play as we were playing the last couple of rounds. It was reminiscent of the West Coast game, of the Geelong game. Our 33-point lead was slashed to 3 points before, in the last minute, Brown was lining up, 45 seconds off the clock, kicked a point, and we ended up winning by 44. It was a showing for the 92,000 people that came to the MCG, edge of your seat stuff, partly thanks to the 3 unanswered goals at the end of the second quarter, including a 65-metre bomb by Joe Daniher. It gave the Essendon supporters and their players exactly what they needed: hope. In a game where we play on the most important day in the Australian and New Zealand calendar, the game did well to honour the Anzacs. From the last post, the minute silence, the Poppyfield MCG, this game delivered on every count. People often compare football games to battles and wars, and although it doesn't come close to the way that our service people put their lives daily on the line for us, the last quarter, or actually the last half, was a battle of attrition. The last quarter was pretty scrappy, very crummy, guys kicking left and right, but the quarter ebbed and flowed from one end to the other. It wasn't all huddles and it wasn't all scrums. There was a lot of kicking, a lot of movement, a lot of running, but like I said, very scrappy. Our midfield and our backline held up. We only conceded 2 goals. We did only kick 1, but it was a match winner in the end. But it was very scrummy. I'll just leave that. So I'm unsure how many times I'm going to have to say this throughout the season, but I've been saying it in every single video I've made. That scoreboard pressure isn't something that we're putting on most teams. Reminiscent to every single game we've played, had Essendon on the ropes in the first quarter, repeat inside 50s, played really ferociously, but with 9 scoring shots to 1, and we're only leading by 23 points, thanks in part to 5 behinds. Second quarter was more of the same. All that pressure, all that dominance, barely anything to show for it. Really thanks to those last 3 goals that Essendon kicked in classic Collingwood red time. They kicked the last 3, got their momentum up, they came within 15 points at half time, kicked the first of the third quarter, and that was the story of the rest of the game. You've got to look at it this way. In a boxing match, if the fighter has the other guy on the ropes, ready for the knockout blow, is he just going to walk away and say, yeah, no, my job's done, he's not going to get back up? Of course not. You're going to land that knockout punch, you're going to get rid of the match as quickly as you can. Instead, we left them get back into the game, and it's something that has to be tightened up for the rest of the season. Thankfully, our backline stood up when we needed them the most, especially in that last quarter. Crisp has been really coming into form in these last couple of weeks off that half-back flank. Another 25-plus possession game is really great for him. Darcy and Jeremy Howe, they each had together they had 20 intercept marks or intercept possessions, which is really good. Why they're the best at what they do, and this is why I think that not only is Jeremy Howe one of the greatest contested marks at the moment in the AFL, but why Darcy is still in line for All-Australian. Yes, Daniher kicked 4 goals, they were playing directly on each other, but Darcy is coming into his own. I know I keep saying it, I know I keep going on about him, but I think that he will make the All-Australian backline. So I'm not going to harp on too much about the umpiring. It was atrocious for both sides, let's be honest, but it's been like that all year, not just Collingwood games, any sort of games. But as I'm recording this, the umpires came out and said that the last 5 or so free kicks in the last quarter were all legitimate free kicks, so Essendon fans shouldn't be complaining anymore. Thank you. Next. So Swoop votes this week. The first vote, Grundy. Just goes and goes and goes. Pretty much the Energizer Bunny. Rows his own ruck work, and he's the best ruckman in the league. Right. 2 votes, Jeremy Howe. Just like I said, he is the backline general. Didn't let anything past him. He came, what a steal from Melbourne. He's just been so great for us in that backline, and I can't wait to see him for the rest of the year. 3 votes, of course, Scott Pendlebury, class above, 38 disposals, deserving winner of the Anzac Day medal. Really showed why he's one of the best captains in the AFL and why he's one of Collingwood's greatest ever players. So this is Swoop Luke signing off from beautiful sunny Hollywood. Like, comment, subscribe. Swoop you later.